Hello and welcome back to the Penno channel. Aston Villa 3, Luton Town 1. This is the match reaction to that. But before we start, if you could like, comment, share, and subscribe to the video, it's much appreciated. It helps the channel as well. So if you could do that before we get into it. Here with my bro Ads. Ads, how you feeling after that performance today?
Yes, bro. I'm gassed, man. Really enjoyed that game. Enjoyed getting the 3 points, and it's just beautiful to see us in fifth with a bit of a gap now. So yeah,
That's it. We now have a 5 point gap, which I didn't imagine happening after 10 games, but we can go into that into more detail. Firstly, we'll start off with, the lineups before the game. Firstly, we got a comment from Spendan. Says, big up. Yeah, big up, Spendan. The game itself, let's go into it. So, the lineup first. What were your feelings on the lineup? As expected, wasn't it, really?
I was surprised to see Zaniolo start. I did think he
Yeah.
might be tempted to go with Bailey and Tillemans as we discussed in like the other podcast. But yeah, unchanged from West Ham. Really, really happy to see Ari Boonham on the bench.
That was good.
Like that put a smile on my face a bit. I think he's a really talented midfielder, and I've got a lot of hope for his potential. So yeah, good to see him on the bench as well.
Yeah, it was. And with Aaron Boonen, obviously he had the injury within pre-season, so we weren't too sure if he was in Emery's plans or if he was going to have another loan. But I think he really is in Emery's plans. I think we've kept him around, and he's in the squad now. So I can't wait for him to get some minutes, whether that be in Europe or maybe in the Premier League at some point. I think he's a quality player and one of the best from that bunch that we had from the FA Youth Cup times. So yeah, no Duran, which at first we saw the team sheet, we were like, oh, did Emery actually mean what he was saying regarding Duran? But yeah, it comes out that he had a toe infection and he was at the game today, which is good. Good, not such good news that he had a toe infection, but him being at the game after tweeting pictures of Dennis Rodman the other week, it shows a good sign, ain't it, bro?
Yeah, like I remember us leaving the stadium. I saw like he posted a story, and I thought, oh, which Chicago Bulls player are we going to get today, or is he going to be at the game? And luckily, he was there chilling. So hopefully it's all cool, man. I don't know. I still don't know what I believe, but hopefully everything's sweet. And yeah, because I rate Duran as a player. I think he's a quality striker. So much
Yeah,
potential as well. So just
yeah.
pattern squash. If there is anything, I hope it's squashed. If it's not, then I hope he gets like better with the from the toe infection.
Yeah, that's it. All the players were there today. Buendia's Mings. I think everyone was there who's out injured. Moreno was on the pitch as well. Hopefully he's back soon as well, along as Jacob Ramsey, because we are flying, but we could still do with those players because they are quality players and we're all first teamers last season. Can't wait for them to come back. Now, going into this game, when they're together, we were thinking just a professional, comfortable victory. That's all we want today, wasn't it? From the last pod, we just wanted us to approach it in a professional manner, hopefully get an early goal, just to calm, some of the nerves that may arise from not getting a goal early on. And just wanted a professional performance, no troubles. And I think that's what we got today, especially in that first half. I thought the first half was quality. We'll go into that. The stats for it, I don't think Luton had a shot. I remember checking at half time, they had 29% possession or something. They didn't even have a shot at all, nothing. On the other hand, we had 71% possession and we had ample shots and opportunities. And the first one of those being Ollie Watkins. We've got into our shape from the off. We've started playing it around Luton. They couldn't get near us the first 25 minutes. They just couldn't even touch the ball. It's a lovely ball over the top from Matty Cash, who's made a great run. And the ball's come across to Watkins, and really, you should bury it, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Like we said on here before, it's crazy how he just always manages to find himself getting a big chance. And yeah, it is what it is. He should score. But I don't think it's gonna knock him. I don't think it's gonna knock his confidence. He'll just carry on into the next game and keep it moving. But yeah, I also think it's a good save as well. I know he should score, but the keeper's had to dive as well and anticipate it. So fair play to the keeper for making a save. But yeah, Watkins should have scored. And it's a great pass on Cash, I gotta say, man. He's a good
It's
pass on
quality.
Cash.
It's a quality pass from Cash. I think it's Konza who's played the ball over the top. The ball's quality. The run from Cash is quality. You could see because they were playing with that five. You could get in between the centre back and the left full back or the right full back, and we've got him behind him perfectly. The left wing back's he's just stood there. He's not tracked the run at all. He hasn't even seen Cash go past him, and the ball's pinpoint and the pass was beautiful as well. But throughout that first 25 minutes, we were all over him. The goal was coming. He may have got a bit nervy if it went first half 0-0, but the goal was coming. And that man, Austin McPhee's worked his magic again. He has absolutely worked his magic again. It's a quality set piece move. And John McGinn has finished it superbly. Great goal. Douglas Luiz puts the ball across. I think it's DRB just fakes it, doesn't even get anywhere near the ball, lets it run. McGinn takes a lovely first touch. There's three defenders there, and he fakes out all three of them, and puts it in bottom corner with his right foot, which you don't
With the
see from
right,
John McGill. Right
with the
foot, and
right,
fantastic finish.
with the right, that surprised me so much, man. I thought
Yeah,
it was going to be a first time goal, but he's managed to fake them. He's faked me as well because I was just expecting it. And then that's a finish. Bottom corner, keeper's not saving that.
it's a quality goal, and it's thoroughly deserved. We had so many chances in that first half, um, and we could count ourselves a bit unlucky to not be more ahead. I think in that first half there was other chances. Zaniolo came close with a left-footed strike, which Ollie's meant that, hasn't he? The way he's flicked that up is quality. He flicked it up with his right foot, and Zaniolo's just put it wide. But yeah, a fantastic first half performance from the team as a whole. My man of the match, which we'll go into later, but Pau Torres, for me, he was just unbelievable. And Gary's put a comment here. Pau Torres was purring today, best game so far for me, and
Yeah,
I agree. I think he was
100% agree
incredible
with that.
today. Incredible today. Not only just his passing, which we all know he's excellent at, but I felt that matching Luton and Colton Morris, who's a big guy, and Benny, who's the fastest player I think in the Premier League. He was rapid, matching them in stride for stride and strength as well. So he was showing the physicality. Maybe it's taken him a few games to get used to the physicality and the pace of the Premier League, but he didn't put a foot wrong today. I thought he was fantastic, and he was my man of the match. But yeah, the whole team first half, brilliant display. There was not a fault really for me. How did you feel?
Just to touch up back on our initial first goal, big up Austin McPhee, because he is a guy that was marginalised under Gerrard reportedly, wasn't trusted, wasn't given that much confidence. Gerrard kind of just, dismissed it and had his guys. And what did we notice today at Villa Park? When we do have a set piece, Emery falls back, he doesn't try and get involved, and he'll let McPhee explain to the players. And it paid off today. That was a well-worked routine. Douglas Luiz has passed it in. Diaby knows he's the decoy. He's let it run through. He's faked their defenders. And it's a great finish from McGinn. So yeah, just shout out to McPhee. On Torres, I do genuinely now think we're starting to see him become a leader. I
Yeah,
think his body language, he's exuding confidence. The players trust him. Even when he's like coming inside from faking to go, say it's faking a pass to Dinya, and then he'll shift his body to come inside, he'll play the pass. His ball retention's better. He's looking up. He's not forcing the passes as much anymore as well. I've noticed he likes to it's almost like I compare it to like a boxer. Like he'll jab, he'll feint the pass, and then he'll wait for it to be on, or he'll wait for the player to make the run. So yeah, this is a top signing genuinely, and I'm just happy that he's finding the confidence now because he did
yeah,
start quite shaky.
I agree. And the confidence of the team, especially that back four, for how high we're playing. Luton had 6 offsides today. We had 0. They had
6,
6.
wow, fair
6
play.
today. Saw a graphic earlier of our average positions, and the back four are literally 2-3 yards off the halfway line the entire game. It's just we're playing so high and compacting the compaction of the team. You'd have seen it today. For about 20 yards, there's about 20 players
Yeah,
all in that space,
yeah,
and we just push them back into their almost into their own half. That's how high we're playing. That's how confident we are in Emery's style and the structure. And today for me as well, we showed different ways of how we can play. Again, we can play through the middle, but again, the long ball and the tactics in which we can distribute the ball diagonally. You had the cash opportunity for Ollie Watkins where we've got him behind, and then when we go into the Musa Diaby chance from Kamara for the third goal, the own goal, that's another ball that's gone in behind. We can just play in so many ways, and it's the way our defence can just operate with the ball, the midfield so comfortable with the ball. And then our two front players in Diaby and Watkins can come short, go wide, or go in behind. There's just so many different ways we can break teams down now,
Yeah.
and we showed that in many ways in this game today.
Yeah, it was interesting because at one point in the first half, contrary to what we'd said in the preview about how they might always sit back and not press us that high, there was one point where they were pressing us with 5 players. And it's that narrow progression that Emery's just installed into these players. And it was almost like a zigzag. So it went inside, outside, inside. And then we're away. We broke out of the press. And it's just adapting to a new situation. These guys are being, honestly, the coaching on the training ground, I reckon it's intense, it's repetitive, and it's being internalized now. Like, these players look like well-coached players, and we're a well-coached team in terms of our structure, our compactness, and being able to catch people offside. So yeah, it's a lot of trust now these players have in themselves, in the team, and from the fans as well.
Yeah, and it feels like a top quality side. You know, when we first came up and you'd go to, I'm not saying we are, but when you'd go to a City and a team like that, and it's just high quality, you don't get near the ball, and you just sit in your shape or you're coming out, you don't know what to do. That's how it felt like we were dominating the game today. Just felt like at any moment we could just catch Luton off guard, especially in that first half. It was just a phenomenal performance. It really was. And really professional. That's what I'd say. It was very professional from us. So going into the second half again, you know, you go in 1-0, cruising, absolutely cruising, and you just want to get that second goal. That's the only thing that's really missing from the performance. And we do that. It's again, it's a fantastic goal. It's an absolutely fantastic goal. The ball comes out wide to John McGinn, who was now on the left-hand side after the substitution of Zaniolo for Bailey. What were your thoughts on that before we get into the goal?
On which part?
Zaniolo's performance and being taken off at half-time.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Zaniolo today. I just thought he was forcing the play. His touches were off a yard out from him, and he just wasn't quick enough to recover the ball. I thought his decision-making wasn't that great. Like, I remember one point early in the first half where he's got his player on the overlap and he's gone to shoot and it's just blocked, and it's just like, come on, man, we need to keep possession, we need to recycle the ball and try and sustain pressure a bit more. So I think Emery and everyone in the stadium knew he wasn't having a good game. And yeah, fully agree with him being taken off. Fully agree.
Yeah, I agree with Gary. Zaniolo did look frustrated in the first half. Maybe that chance he missed from the Watkins touch. But yeah, he was just trying to do too much for the team. I don't think we required him to do that because we were just moving the ball so fluidly throughout. And when you've got a player like Leon Bailey, who is flying at the minute on the bench, I think Emery noticed that and just thought, yeah, it's time to change it and get Leon Bailey on. And he again had a phenomenal game when he came on from the bench. I thought it was quality. But yeah, so that's the reason why John McGinn was on the left-hand side. The ball's coming to McGinn. He's done very well. And you'll spot this if you watch Match of the Day 2 tonight. McGinn's kind of got the shirt of the right back.
Bit of dark hearts, what we love to see.
Probably our best player at the club.
Bit of dark hearts. That's what we love to see, man. Rip that shirt.
Getting his body in the way, and he was just grabbing that shirt, but it was on the other side of the referee, so the referee had no idea what he was doing. Couldn't see it at all. Played the ball round the back for Digne, who's put in a delicious cross, and Bailey's intentionally headed that back by the looks of things to Musa Diaby, who's finished emphatically on the half volley as well. It's an absolute wonderful finish into the bottom corner, and it's the goal at home that he's deserved. And it's been a long wait, but he's fully deserved it, and it was a fantastic finish to get it.
Yeah, I just love and admire that McGinn play. He reminds me of, in like WWE, where someone's distracting the referee and then someone behind will just do something illegal to get an advantage. This is exactly what he reminded me of. And I'm glad that he's okay doing that. He's used it to his advantage. We know McGinn's good when receiving with his back towards the player. He's held the ball up and he's played. The pass is underrated, I think. It's in front of Digne. He can run onto it. Digne doesn't have to stop and stutter. This is where Digne is good. Running onto a pass already further up the field where he can play it first time and whip in a ball. And it's a quality delivery from Digne, who got 3 key passes today. I thought he was good offensively today. So
He was really good offensively, I thought, as well. And he had so many attributes of that Newcastle. I always refer to this game because I think it's the best game we played this year, that Newcastle 3-0 at home.
it's the best game under Emery for me.
Yeah. And it just, that bit with McGinn holding the ball, it reminded me of that presence he had against Dan Burn in that game, where he was just holding him off. He couldn't get anywhere near him. I know that's part of McGinn's game, but that was one game where he really stood out. And then the assist from Bailey with the header was just epitomised the one from Watkins for Jacob Ramsey to finish. Just such a similar goal in the way the head ball's been headed back and it's just been struck first time by the player. And Moussa Diaby just finished it emphatically. It was a beautiful finish. Spendon's gone. Bailey was electric, fought hard to win that aerial duel to set up Diaby's first home goal. Yeah, he was electric when he came on, got the ball, and it's just confidence. And I think with Bailey, the injuries are just not there anymore. I don't think he has any niggles or anything like that. He's full of confidence, and I think he's fully fit for the first time in a long time. And we're just reaping the rewards of that because he's absolutely flying at the minute.
And I think winning them aerial duels will endear him to the fan base a bit more. Like, it's not just his touch is getting better. It's not just the nutmegs that we saw again today, which I need to see a replay of as well because that was filthy.
There were some showboats onto there.
It's the graft as well, man. Reaching, getting up, winning your aerial duel, and not only just winning it, but timing it perfectly for Diaby to run onto and finish. So, yeah. I just hope this momentum continues with Bailey. I really do, because carry on, yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying that momentum with Bailey. And I think Moussa Diaby is huge for Bailey right now because we're seeing that Leverkusen link up. There was one move in the second half where they played the 1-2 and Bailey's just put it just wide. And they were just in sync with each other, the way they were playing it. I think Bailey's played one round this corner for Diaby, who's played him back in, and Bailey's just hit it just wide of the post. And it just seems like they're on the same wavelength. And obviously playing so many seasons at Bayer Leverkusen and now playing for Villa, they just seem like they're on a wave together when they do play. So more of that to come. So 2-0, yes, so comfortable. And the third came. It's a great ball, another fantastic ball by someone who I think he's going so under the radar because he's so good, and we know he's so good. And when we first signed him, he was integral. And we knew he was integral because we needed a DM, that's Boubacar Kamara. But he just goes about, he's a 7, 8 out of 10 every week of late. And I think because there's so many high-level performances from players, Boubacar Kamara is just going a bit like unnoticed. But it's a phenomenal ball he plays in for Moussa Diaby, who puts it across and Lockyer knocks it into an empty net for an own goal. I was hoping Watkins got on the end of it because I do have him in my FPL as well. But yeah. That made it 3-0. Yeah, what's your thoughts on the third?
Honestly, Kamara, the ball from Kamara is a joke. It's similar to how Pau will wait and delay for the run to be made. And the pass is perfect. He's curled it around their defender so that he can't get to it first. He's bounced perfectly for Diaby. He was always going to use his pace to get that ball. That ball was never going out of play. And Diaby's done the right thing. He's taken out the goalkeeper from getting to the ball. He's put it into a dangerous area. Lockyer knows Watkins is behind him. He knows and he panics. And that's what we force. We force them to panic. And even though it's an own goal, it's a deserved goal for that piece of play. So yeah, really promising stuff again. I love these over-the-top balls and just like the danger that it creates. Like you said, we can come short and play that way and then go wide, or we can just play the ball over the top. And because we've got Watkins and Diaby, who are rapid, these guys can't play the high line like we can. They're not drilled enough. They're not coached well enough to do that. So we can just exploit it. And yeah, it's just really promising stuff today, man. Really happy with how we played.
The front two, Watkins, Diaby, might be the most deadly front two in the league right
Say it,
now.
say it, man.
I'm going to say, I'm going to
Loud
stand
it,
on it. I'm going to say
loud it up, man.
Diaby Watkins might be the deadliest front two in the league this
They're up
season.
there. They're up there.
There might just be in terms of combinations and how like how effective they are in different parts of the pitch. Doesn't matter. They can be coming short, going long on the flanks. They're just both devastating players, and they're both right in form right now. And if it's not one, it's the other. They're deadly. They were. They had created the most chances between a partnership before this weekend. I imagine they're still up there now because there were about 5 chances clear at the time. Just devastating. We're so lucky to have them both right now. Just a few comments. Spengdon, I don't mind Emery managing his minutes to keep him healthy. I think that's in regard to Bailey. I
Yeah,
agree,
that's a
but
great point. That's a
I
great point.
totally agree. But I think Bailey now will be thinking I should be starting games here in the league because his form is
That's a
right
very
up
good point. I hadn't actually considered, to be
there.
honest. If Emery's thinking it from that sense, like let's keep this momentum going. We don't want him pulling up. We don't want him stressing the muscles or whatever. So yeah, that's quite interesting, I think.
Gary Howlett said, "Just wish we were still in the Carabao Cup this week against Burnley at home."
Yeah,
Yeah,
100% agree.
agree. It was a missed opportunity. That one was. I don't know. Just the whole night, everything just seemed off with the team. Yeah, it was a tough one to take, that Everton game. It was, but maybe
It's
it was
funny.
meant to be
It's funny.
the season's panning out.
We can't even complain about draws recently as well. Like cup draws, the teams we're getting. Like we've had Everton and Burnley would have been a nice little. Oh wow. FA Cup. Let's just look to that. You never know.
FA Cup still got the conference, and we still got the Prem to do something in. So there's many things to go in on still. Richard Edwards goes, yo, Rich. Spend on again. Yeah, I need to watch the game again to look at the nutmeg. The nutmeg was filth. Absolutely filth, and the guy just took out Bailey. I wish John McGreen also buried that other chance Bailey set up. Yeah.
Which chance was that?
I think it was the one in this towards the end, was it? McGinn put it just wide.
Oh yeah, I
think so. Oh, we had so many chances today. Which Edward, the Watkin touch to set up the Zaniolo chance was sweet. Yeah, that touch was mad. If he meant that touch, which I think he did, that touch was mad because he just flicked it up. It was like he was playing in the park. It was a joke.
That would have been a beautiful goal if that went in, man.
Yeah, ridiculous goal. Richard Edwards also goes socks down Bailey's fight. He's socks down Bailey. That's what
he's a new man.
That's what
he's a new man with the socks down, man.
He's different. After our game, midweek game, it's nice to see it's not affecting results in the Premiership, and that's a huge thing, Richard. That's massive. I agree with that. We've seen Brighton today draw. We've seen West Ham lose. They had difficult games in Europa League. Okay, maybe Liverpool haven't been affected. Newcastle only got a point and they lost in midweek. It's nice to see European football hasn't affected us this week, which is huge. And scoring 11 goals in a week and only conceding 3. You can't ask for more than that. You actually can't ask for more than that. And getting maximum points, it's just ridiculous. We're in such good form right now. Gary's also gone. WD Watkins Derby might get 40 goal contributions this season. WD 40. Oh, that's a mad one. I like that one. They might get 40 goal contributions. I wouldn't put it past them. They're just flying at the minute, and I think it will continue throughout the season. Gary as well. Bailey must have had his heavy socks last season. Yeah, I think he might have done as well. So going back to the game, it was cruise control, 3-0. And then just out of nothing, I think I've seen the most ridiculous own goal I've seen at Villa Park. I think it's right up there. I can't remember one. I'm trying to think. I've just seen a more ridiculous own goal. Obviously, we've had the Emmy one this season. That don't really count because not this season, this year. But it hit the post and that was from a shot, and he couldn't really do anything about. But this one was mad. It was just mad. We were so relaxed in the game. Cons has just felt he had the opportunity to head it back to Emmy to catch. And obviously, Emmy, I think Emmy's off his line a bit because he's contemplating either having to come out and get the ball because it's already gone up in the air from Adebayo, or he's anticipating Adebayo like shooting or something like that. So he's just prepping himself, so he's coming a bit off his line. But yeah, it's just a mad goal to concede. What did you think of it?
Now that it's full time, funny.
Yeah.
I was just like, what's going on? And it's hilarious because it came after us doing the allays with Luton and them doing the allays and us having that little back and forth. And then the scored, it's like, oh my days. But yeah, Konza's won the initial duel, I think, or the ball's gone in the air. And he's put a lot of power onto the header, and I didn't think he needed to put that much on. And then Emmy looked like he was focused on the ball, but he's kind of dived like he's not. I don't think he's expecting it to hit the bar. I think he's expecting it to be on target. So yeah, he's come off the bar and he's just so unlucky.
Like, it's a mad own goal. It's just so unlucky.
That he doesn't have that bad luck like that.
Yeah. Like, and I think it's the right decision from Konza. Like, it's actually the right decision to just head it back to Emmy. Yeah, but he's just overcooked it because we were so relaxed. Obviously, he can head it out of play, but I think he's 99 out of 100. That just goes to Emmy's hand. But he's just too much. Like, it's actually a quality finish.
Yeah.
And to make it worse for Emmy, it's not even Konza's own goal; it's Emmy's.
It's his own goal.
And
he's got. And
we look back on the highlights, and both their faces were just like. There was no smiles or nothing, but what was good to see was no one had a go at each other. It was just like, it's one of those, we'll just chalk it down. I think that's the mentality of the team. Stuff like that happens, so be it happens. Did get a bit more cagey when Dendoncker decided to start playing around with it on the edge of our box, trying to do turns and stuff. Yeah.
The thing is, I actually like that he's showing for the ball, but it's just the quality, man. He just stands out. One thing I was going to say on Zaniolo earlier, the thing about us being so good right now is if you're not playing well, you stand out more.
Yeah. That is the quality of the team right now.
To the rest of the players, yeah. That's why Zaniolo stood out so much, because when he was poor today, like no one else was playing poor. So it's like fans focus on it more, like you can see. And it's the same with Dendoncker, just limited when the ball came in. I like that he's received the ball. I liked he was showing for it because Powell didn't really have an option. I think it was Powell that played it to him. But then the ball gets stuck in his feet, the crowd get anxious, and he wasn't a foul. I can't remember who blocked it or what happened after, but yeah, man.
Yeah, they nearly had a shot. They also had the header, which was listed as a big chance as well. So
was it not offside?
I think that actually they might have flagged for it. Yeah, at the end, but that was a chance as well. So Luton did the last 8-9 minutes. They did put it on us a bit, but it was just so comfortable, that game. It was so professionally achieved that result, and just a nice week of rest tomorrow and then training and going ahead to the City Ground next week for Nottingham Forest. But fantastic performance. Who was your man of the match then? And we can name your 3 standout performers and then your man of the match.
Okay, standout performer number 1 I'm going to say today is McGinn.
Yeah,
I thought McGinn.
Same for me.
Held the ball up well. I thought his decision making was good. He wasn't forcing the pass. 100% dribbles completed. Got his goal. Missed a big chance as well, which I don't mind. I like players getting into areas to score. Won most of his ground duels, and even on eye test, he was solid today. Second, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna shout out Kamara. I'm going to shout out Kamara. I'm not going to put him in the third most. I'm going to put him as an honourable mention because he was quality today. And as you said, I think he's gone a bit underrated with one outshining. So, yeah, honourable mention to Kamara. But my 3 is McGinn, Diaby, who finally gets his first goal. And then Pau Torres. Pau Torres. And I'm going to give man of the match to Pau Torres.
Yeah. Same. I think that's my same 3. Dougie had a good game numbers-wise as well.
He did, which was interesting.
Really good games numbers-wise.
I didn't think it was his best game, like watching.
No, me neither, but he did.
His levels.
Yeah, he did have a good game numbers. Thought Matty Cash was good today as well. I really did. I think he was running in behind at the right times, holding his run, keeping the ball. He did well in the corner once when there was 2 on him and he turned out. Yeah, I thought Matty Cash was good as well.
Well, he sent that guy for the splits.
Yeah, he did. But Yeah, my man of the match for sure, Pau Torres. When you're chipping balls with the ball over players at the back, that nonchalantly, and then playing mad passes inside, he was just immense, just a different level today.
Yeah, we're
And
seeing levels. We're seeing
we're
levels
see,
now.
we're seeing the caliber, Champions League semi-finalist, Europa League winning centre back, Spanish
Yeah,
international. I'm seeing it all now. He's a joke of a player, and he's just so composed, and he keeps us ticking. He does. Another graphic I saw, just passing and control. Pau Torres was just miles ahead of anyone else on it, and it doesn't surprise me because he's just so good, so good. Yeah. Let's go through the comments then. Gary says, think Konza was bored and played crossbar challenge. I think you're right, Gary. Richard, Emmy must be fuming with Konza's clean sheet gone. Yeah, I think Konza owes Emmy a few grand as well with that one for the clean sheet bonus. Gary, then Dendonka comes on and does a Stevenage cameo. Yeah,
it's a
Dendonka.
Stevenage. It's a Stevenage Everton cameo nowadays. Like the list is just
Yeah,
going up now.
but then you forget Dendonka sometimes starts some games, and we just have brilliant results with him in there, and you kind of forget that he started those games. There's been a few
Well,
games where I've looked
Newcastle,
back on.
Newcastle at home was
Yeah,
his best performance. And then he had the Brentford
yeah,
at home under Aaron Danks.
yeah. Where he just comes in out of the wilderness. I think Man U at home as well. He just came in out of the wilderness and started, and we won that one.
I just think we're seeing now just a little bit of difference in quality.
I think there's a rise in quality. I think Bertrand Traore as well when he came on, albeit for a few minutes.
He tried to get a mix up daily. He was just like, let me try a little thing here, and just didn't happen.
Even though it's 3-1, they're putting a bit of pressure on. Let me try and meg them, and I think it was just the wrong time. Spengdon, Emmy was passed as hell. I know what you mean there. We passed, but yeah, I agree. Spengdon, Emmy wanted to kick Konza's face purple crying, just do emojis. Probably did. Richard, the team togetherness is solid. You can see it with the way they play and are there for each other, pressing, defending. Yeah, agree. The togetherness is right up there now. And they have no reason to not be together and have that mentality because the results will come in with it as well. Emery's really built something with this side, and it's long may it continue because it's just ridiculous for being a Villa fan right now. Spengdon, maybe Tim will be more useful than Dunkel this season. Personally, I think he will towards the end of the season. If he starts getting minutes, if Tim starts getting minutes, I think he will, because I think he has all the ability to be a top Premier League player. Tim, it's just about getting the minutes and seeing how he is after that long injury. Rich said DRB for his man of the match. Gary said Pal fit. Yeah, Pal Torres was quality for me today. Rich, Torres looks better and better with each game. The coaching of the team is high level shit. Yeah, agree. And then Gary, teams generally looking scared coming to Villa Park now. And so they should be. 12 home wins in a row. You should be coming to Villa Park terrified. And I'll give it to Rob Edwards. His post-match, he just commended Villa and how they played. He said they're just a quality side, and you can see the principles that they play with and they stick to them. And yeah, they were just outclassed today.
Well, I mean, he looked like he was joining in with some of the songs on the sideline today.
He knows all the words to all of them. Rob Edwards does. You know, he probably got a season ticket as well. Big Villa fan. But yeah, Nakamba got a good reception.
Yeah, big up Nakamba.
Big up Nakamba. I do remember one pass down the left that he played and just went out of plan. and just thought, that's fucking Nakamba, man. That's a Nakamba.
That's the best and the worst in Nakamba we saw today, I think.
Yeah. And looking at the ratings as well, Ross Barkley was their highest rated player. I did think
he had
a decent game.
Big up Ross Barkley, because there was one point where he was being pressed and he broke out of our press from Kamara and he took it past about 2 or 3 players and just lacked quality on his team.
Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah, I know it didn't end well for Barkley that season because his level did drop off. But yeah, I thought he was all right today, Barkley. I thought he played well.
Yeah, I thought he had a decent game as well. When you see names like Andros Townsend come on, I totally forgot they signed him.
Mad. He's got a contract till January. I've never seen that. Just a January contract.
Just a January.
just to get
See if
off
he
the
still got it.
Yeah, man. Let's see what we're working with.
That'll pay for his next Turkey trip. That will. That these few months, and then you had the ex-Blunos coming on as well. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
a poor touches and poor
He got a
passes when he came on,
warm reception.
which was great to see as well. So
And
yeah,
the
just
really chance from the whole into there, I thought were quite funny.
there's some good chanting from the Hulk today. All the players out as well got their chant sung. Shout out to the Luton fans as well. I thought they were really good today.
Yeah,
I
I
know
think
they'll be just soaking in every away game they go to. They'll just be soaking in the atmosphere, and I
yeah,
thought
they had
they
a
were
good
quite good.
attendance, man. Yeah, good. I
They
was just
really did.
thinking, when we were doing a rendition of all the injured players' songs, it's like Paul Moreno was just in the stands, like, where's my song? Like, we need a song from Moreno, man. Like,
Mm-mm.
he deserves
And
a song. Man.
they were doing a bit of a Viva Moreno. They were doing
Yeah, I
that.
think that works. That could work.
Yeah, I think that goes with it. So joining in that a bit. Um, yeah, so yeah, credit to Luton. They're a side I do want to see stay up. I would like Luton to stay up. And I think at the promoted side, they've got the best chance out of all of them from what I've seen so far this season. So yeah, they've got some ex-Villa players, a manager who was in the Villa academy and made a few appearances for Villa. So yeah, I'd like to see Luton stay up. Few big questions. Gary with the first one. How long is Emery's contract? I'm not sure. Did he sign a 4-year last year?
I'm actually not sure about that.
I think he signed a 4-year deal. Well, hopefully he renews. I don't think that's something we should worry about anyway at any time, but really not worry about it now. I think Emery's been given the opportunity to come to a club who wants to succeed, who are willing to give him anything for him to do that, and are willing to mold the club around his ideas and what he wants to get there because they have full faith in him. And we're seeing why they had full faith of him, full faith in him right now. So I don't think that's something to worry about right now. But yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. Richard goes, do you guys think we will buy back Badace? He's playing really good. Even before we sold him, I'm gutted we did not. We did, but understand why. Yeah, but I don't know how that Badace scenario is going to go. He's absolutely flying in the champ at the minute. I do stress the champ at the minute with Hull. But yeah, he did have a good pre-season. He looked really bright in pre-season. Probably one of the brightest players we had. We sold him to Hull for a pittance, really, 5 million, and inserted the buyback. But I've seen numerous stories and rumours about what entails that buyback, but not too sure the actual ins and outs of it. So, Badace will be an interesting one. Whether we do buy him back or whether that does or doesn't happen, I'm not too sure. What are your thoughts?
I just love the player. I just love the player. He's
Mm.
so exciting. You can create separation. He's got an array of tricks. Plays with freedom. Expresses himself on the football pitch always. And defensively, he's improved. And it's just no surprise to me that he's flourishing at Hull. I mean, flourishing is an understatement. I think he's already beat like his goals and assists from like the past 2 seasons already. And there's only been like 11 games. So yeah, long may it continue. On the buybacks, if you do look in like English transfer history, it's quite rare that a Premier League club does activate their buyback on a player. So let's see. But I genuinely do think right now he would make more of an impact than Zaniolo. Whether that's controversial or not, I don't know. But let him just continue. Let him just continue playing his football in the Championship. He's starting games. The reason we're seeing him play 90 minutes is because he's at Hull and he's been given the chance to start and is trusted by their manager who was raving about him. So yeah, long may it continue. And I do hope to see him back at Villa coming at the end of the season.
So do I. Because I remember Cardiff fans last year were raving about him, saying he was putting in those performances. Maybe the GA didn't translate to that, but they said he was one of their best players. And now at Hull, they just rave about him. He's now got into the England under-21 setup as well. Scored a few. Was it against Serbia the other week? Well, the other month.
Yeah,
he's flying at the minute. He's in great form, and if he continues and he proves to show that he's at the level, then yeah, I'm all for it. Gary, I hope Luton stay up, but will be hard for them. Yeah, I agree. Rich, Can't wait for Ramsey and Moreno to come back in this. Oh, same. I cannot wait until Ramsey and Moreno come back. Can you imagine Jacob Ramsey in this side right now?
Yeah, I just
He's
love that he just came back and just reminded us one time, just like in
yeah,
the Brighton game. He's just
yeah.
got in. He's just got injuries, man. He's just so
I
got
know.
in. Just can't
At
catch a
his
break.
age and the season we were expecting him to have, and I think not just Villa fans or people who follow Villa or watch Villa, I think fans all around the Prem started to recognise that Jacob Ramsey's a big player for possibly for England in the future as well. So it was kind of not a breakout season as such, but to cement how good he is in the Prem. And he's just been so unlucky. Got that injury in the Euros within the under 21 tournament, and obviously um, disrupted it again. I think the same one, and had a continuation of the injury. Firstly, I just hope he comes back fully fit and he's ready to play, because I think we're currently managing without both Ramsey and Moreno very well. But when they do, I can't wait for them to be back.
There's levels, I think. But yeah, like you said, like you just touched on, I think the fact we're getting results now, there's less pressure to force or try and rush Ramsey back. So let him heal properly, let him do the work. It's okay, man. The last thing we want to do is rush him back and for him to be injured again. So just take all the time you need. As much as I think he is, I think he's the best player at Villa. I don't know whether people would agree with that or not, but I just think he has everything to his game at a high level. So yeah, don't rush him back. Let him heal properly, and hopefully, like we still manage to get results.
Yeah, Gary says, I think Kellerman is next one in line. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I
yeah.
agree.
I don't think at his age, 17, like Kellerman, where is that? He's quite advanced in
In
his development,
England under 19s as well now.
and he's
He's
just his
just
frame. His frame is
yeah,
like he's tall and he's quick with the ball. Like yeah, promising again.
Gary. Maybe Moreno injuries are worse than expected, hence the interest in Acuna again. Yeah, I've seen the stories and rumours regarding Acuna again, about Monchi possibly going out to speak to him. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, strange one. If we do going for him again in January, I've seen posts from Moreno stating, social media stating he's going to be back soon. Again, he was on the pitch today, kicking a ball actually, wasn't he? In
Yeah.
the Insta post. So maybe Moreno is back soon. But yeah, those Acuna links again. That I did think they were strange.
The
Unless we
thing
have
with
big
Moreno
news.
is a lot of people like thought initially it was like a hamstring injury, but no, he tore it, so it
Mm,
required surgery. So that's a 4 month anyway. And then he's clearly been rushed back as he was seen like hobbling. When he came back against Legia, when it was the game
yeah,
before he was on the bench for Palace, I think it was. And then someone that was at the game told me like he was hobbling in the warm up and stuff. So had another setback, and it's since May since he got that injury.
it's
It's
mad,
just
isn't it?
mad, isn't it?
How long he's been out for? Yeah, I can't wait for him to be back as well, because he just gives us another option. He's a totally different player to Digne. So
Yeah.
him and Digne interchanging, it's just more options, more threats, and just better for the squad as a whole. Gary, get them both back for the title push. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Agree, Gary and Spengdon. Maybe Moreno might lose some of that pace he had before the injury. Great point
Yeah.
again.
Always a worry.
Maybe he will. Again, 29, 30-year-old. Maybe that's the case. I hope not. I really don't, because
Yeah, I
his
really
pace
hope.
was electric and was pivotal to how we played last season, especially in the second half of the season when he did arrive. So, yeah, but that could be the case.
That's always the
Um,
worry if he's lost that burst, because that burst, that separation that he gets, that one half a yard or yard that he gets on their defender, so important to how we play.
yeah, agree. Well, yeah, I can't wait to see him back anyway, just to see where he's at. Yeah, Moreno relies on his pace and maybe will not be the same player. Yeah, good point. And Sven Dunn, that's about 6 months. It is a long time. It's a long time for both of them to have been out for. We've had four just massive injuries, and even though two have come back, the injuries have just reoccurred for them. But we've been doing just fine without them, and I feel we'll continue to do so until they are back. Yeah. Any final points, bro?
On to Forest. They've got a week's
On to
now of
Forest.
a week's rest, which I think is nice. Just Emery, I know Emery as we speak right now. He's watching the Forest game today against Liverpool. He's analysing their weaknesses, and it's just confidence that we got that we're going to have another game plan. And then let's see if we can get the 3 points, because they would be massive going into Fulham at home after. So
Yeah, agree. Okay. Thanks everyone for listening. Again, if you enjoyed the pod, if you enjoy it, if you could like, comment, share, and subscribe, I'd be much appreciated. Help the channel grow. We love doing this, so please, if you could do those things. It's been me, Penno. Ads, thanks for joining me again.
yes, well, I enjoyed the podcast as always, man. And just it's just so fun to talk about Villa right now. It's just a lot of fun.
It's just great, and everything's positive right now. It's just love doing these and talking. Long may that continue, for sure.
Trust me.
All right. Cheers. Thanks everyone for watching. Up the Villa.